response recorder that he was playing.
Good morning. After all that sound check, am I now on?
Yes, we're on.
Oh, good. Well, I just want to say that although it seems like things are a little disorganized this morning, actually, this is a demonstration that treatment works, because Reverend Dr. Lori got all set up, and then we didn't have the remote for the screen, and she unset up, and then while meditation was in progress, suddenly we have the remote. So actually treatment works, and it's all good, and I'm so glad that everyone is here with us this morning. So I would like to invite you as we begin to just relax. I'd like to give a spiritual mind treatment. So let's begin by knowing the absolute truth that this is a universe of spirit, that each one of us is one with this divine, creative good. And that since this is so, we can speak our word, think our thought, and understand that our faith is always responded to. Knowing this, I declare on behalf of each and every person here today that their lives are now unfolding in beautiful harmony, that they are always spiraling, right now spiraling into a greater and more glorious manifestation of health, prosperity, and loving relationships. There truly is good for us. And I celebrate the fact that we are able to come together this morning to know the truth together, to support each other, and to feel refreshed, rejuvenated, reinvigorated. We are one with the one, and this time together is precious. I know that everything now unfolds with great peace, ease, and good. This is the truth. I understand that Spirit always responds with a yes. And so I turn it over, knowing it is done, letting go, and inviting you to join me by saying, and so it is. So it is.
Well, we're going to do a song by Carl Anthony. Many of you know him. And this is a call and response. So I will call, and Kay Helen, you can respond. This is called In My Awakening. And so it's a call and response, but then we're going to sing two words together, Om and Shanti. Om, of course, is the universal sound, and Shanti is peace. time. You sing the melody.
Shanti Om, Shanti Om, Shanti Om, Shanti Om, Shanti. As I love, as I love, as I give, as I give, in my awakening, I choose to live, I choose to live. Give me strength, give me strength. Shine your light, shine your light. In my awakening, in my awakening. Clear my sight, clear my sight. Together. Om Shanti Om, Shanti Om, Shanti Om, Shanti Om, Shanti Om, Shanti. Om Shanti Om, Shanti Om, Shanti Om, Shanti Om, Shanti Om, Shanti. Fill me with hope, fill me with hope. Temper my fear, temper my fear. In my awakening, God appears, God appears. Together. Om Shanti Om, Shanti Om, Shanti Om, Shanti Om, Shanti Om, Shanti. One last time. Om Shanti Om, Shanti Om, Shanti Om, Shanti Om, Shanti Om, Shanti.
Well, just a little more housekeeping. Could you check that the heating fan is turned on auto and off?
Yes, I did turn it off.
Okay.
It's off, right?
Here you go. They're now perfectly organized. Thank you all for your patience. It's so nice to be here together this morning. Let's give a big thank you to our musicians, Cahill and Dan. It's been wonderful to have them here with us this morning. So I'm Reverend Kate, and of course it's my pleasure to welcome everyone today, and hope that you all enjoy your visit to the Center for Spiritual Living Carlsbad, where we teach and believe that there is a power for good in the universe, and we can use it. So as we begin, I'd like to invite Jim up to help with our candle lighting this morning. And as we do this, let's remind ourselves of the underlying spirit of life and the divine unity of all. So first, we light a candle for life. Life is everywhere present, flowing through each and every one of us. There is only one life. That life is God's life. That life is our life now. So please affirm with me, I am life. We light a candle for love. The birth of love happens within each one of us every time we make room for the Christ consciousness in our hearts and recognize our unity. We are points of love within the heart of God. Please affirm with me, I am love. We light a candle for light. The light of God is the presence and the power. We are always walking in the light. We radiate the light of God wherever we are. Please affirm with me, I am light. We light a candle for beauty. We are made in the likeness and image of God. We are each whole, complete, and beautiful, just as we are. We accept the beauty of God's perfection as our perfection now. Please affirm with me, I am beauty. And we light a candle for joy. Joy is the very nature of spirit and the true essence of each of us. We celebrate the joy of our own rebirth in the God consciousness. We each bring joy to the world. Please affirm with me, I am joy. We light a candle for peace. Today and every day we open our hearts to peace. We are each a center of peace in our world. Please affirm with me, I am peace. And finally, I invite you to take a moment to recognize your own inner light that is always shining within as we all take a moment together to honor our own metaphysical path of wholeness, oneness, and mental healing through the practice of universal spiritual principles. So thank you, Jim. So I want to share a few announcements with you. If this is your first time visiting today, please make yourself at home. Join us for fellowship. And be sure to sign our guest book in the lobby. If you're not receiving our Thursday night, Friday morning email, please, you could sign up in the guest book or let me know. You can also sign up on our website. So every Sunday, we do offer spiritual mind treatment in person after the service. And today, Reverend Lori and I, and Reverend Maddie, are available for you. And the other thing you can do, which I highly recommend, is we have some slips in the lobby next to the wooden box where you can write down a treatment request form, and our prayer team will treat for you during the week. If you read the last email I sent out, which for some reason, if you look on your phone, was the teeniest, tiniest font in the world, but if you happen to read it on a computer, you'll see that I made a list of some of the responses we've gotten back from people that our team has treated for over the past year. And as I was compiling it, I was like, wow, treatment works. So please avail yourself of that opportunity. And it's fine to keep putting in the same request every week until you experience the change that you desire. So I do want to let you know that next week, Reverend Dr. Maddie is going to be our speaker, and we're going to have potluck, and we're going to have Christmas caroling, so don't miss it. And I also want to let everyone know, although I know people have traveling plans and things like that, that we're going to go ahead and meet here on Christmas Eve morning and New Year's Eve morning. So if you're in town, please come and join us. Those two dates, Christmas Eve morning and New Year's Eve morning, we're not going to bother setting up the book table. So check it out this week and next if you're maybe looking for a Christmas gift or for yourself or someone else. So I want to give a big thanks to today's volunteers. Some of them you'll see coming up here today. But I want to thank Morgan for the beautiful Let's thank Grand Jan Green for being the greeter today. let's thank me for bringing the treats.
Yay!
And I want to thank Jim because besides lighting the candles, he is doing our video recording and also helps set up the lobby.
Just the best.
And of course, always we thank Jan and Angel for keeping us organized. And Jan Sherburne will let you know that I sometimes need help getting organized. Okay, so the volunteer sign-up sheet is in the lobby. If you are going to be around in the upcoming weeks, we'd love to have you sign up to volunteer because some of our regular volunteers are flying off to another world, distant states and places, which is wonderful for them. But we would appreciate the help. So now if you look in your programs and join me in our group reading. Does everyone have a program? We have programs and song sheets today. Do you need one?
Sorry. Who needs one?
Yeah, if everybody doesn't have a song sheet, we will need it for the solo, not for the group song, but for the solo.
I'll just
Does
press
everybody have one?
Sandy into work. Sandy, could you go out on the table? It's so nice to see you after all these months, but I still remember what a great volunteer you are. So we need song sheets and some programs. But meanwhile, those of you who have programs, if you could just read with me. God is all, both visible and invisible. One presence, one mind, one power is all. This one that is all is perfect love and perfect abundance. I am an individualized expression of God. I am ever one with this perfect life, perfect love, and perfect abundance. Thank you.
Okay, now, we don't need the song sheet for the group song, but we will for our solo song, believe it or not, because you're going to help us on that one. But, so just put your song sheets aside for right now, stand up, and we're going to do a great song called A Light in This World. And I'm a light in this world, and I shine, and I shine, and I shine so bright. That's it. out there.
That was beautiful, really. And now, gives me pleasure to invite Ruth Ann up to give us our inspirational reading for the morning. Ruth Ann is always such a great volunteer and brings flowers so much, so we're all excited.
I decided to try this. Whoops, I got to turn it on. Is it on?
You're on.
It's on.
I think you're on.
Is it on? Okay, I got to get it closed here. So anyway, I've been looking forward to this because it's a really good sharing. So here we go. The Art of Living in Joy by Arya Norzi, PhD. Our superpower is the power of choice. Choose compassion. Choose love. Consciously choosing to rise above the ego, trying to see other perspectives and cultivating compassion is hard, but fighting to be right is also hard. Let's choose be hard. Attempting to communicate with empathy and no criticism is hard, but experiencing heated squabbles also is hard. Let's choose our hard. Pausing and asking ourselves if what we're about to eat will nourish our body is hard, but living with obesity and fatigue, mood swings, and other physical and emotional discomforts is also hard. Let's choose to be hard. Waking up early in the morning to meditate is hard, but living with stress, easily giving into impulsive reactions and feelings severed from the authentic self is also hard. Let's choose our hard. Putting on our sneakers and leaving the comfort of our house to go out for a walk in the cold is hard. But living with harmonious imbalance and low energy is also hard. Let's choose our hard. Remembering to use our tools to cultivate joy, love, and peace on a moment-by-moment basis is hard. But living with depression, resentment, and hostility is also hard. Let's choose our hard. When adversity happens in our life, we can choose to either be wounded or resentment, or we can choose to be wise and more compassionate. The choice is always ours. The more awareness we have, and the more we can transcend the facade of people's behavior and events, the more choices we have. We start by choosing our mindset and our reaction. Then gradually, effortlessly, and miraculously, we're able to choose our outer world as well. Better yet, as we take care of our inner world, our outer world takes care of itself. I like that one, I'm going to repeat that. As we take care of our inner world, and our outer world takes care of itself. Thank you.
All right, everybody has their song sheets, right?
Yeah.
Now we
Okay.
need them. Do you have one? Okay, Gisela doesn't have one. If someone could.
Thank you so much.
All right. So this is a new version of the 12 Days of Christmas. It was written by our friend Joan Curlin, God bless her heart. She's gone from this world now, but she was an incredible piano player, and she rewrote a lot of lyrics. So this one you're going to enjoy very much. So sing along with us, and you can take the song sheets with you because they're so good.
Okay.
On the first day of Christmas, my spirit said to me, you need to forgive and release. On the second day of Christmas, my spirit said to me, love everyone, and you need to forgive and release. On the third day of Christmas, my spirit said to me, cast down fear, love everyone, and you need to forgive and release. On the fourth day of Christmas, my spirit said to me, pray every day, cast down fear, love everyone, and you need to forgive and release. On the fifth day of Christmas, my spirit said to me, God is everywhere. Pray every day, cast out fear, love everyone, and you need to forgive and release. On the sixth day of Christmas, my spirit said to me, look on the bright side, God's everywhere. Pray every day, cast out fear, love everyone, and you need to forgive and release. On the seventh day of Christmas, my spirit said to me, always be thankful, look on the bright side, God is everywhere. Pray every day, cast down fear, love everyone, and you need to forgive and release. On the eighth day of Christmas, my spirit said to me, know you're abundant, always be thankful, look on the bright side, God is everywhere. Pray every day, cast out fear, love everyone, and you need to forgive and release. On the ninth day of Christmas, my spirit said to me, strive to be patient, know you're abundant, always be thankful, look on the bright side, God is everywhere. Pray every day, cast out fear, love everyone, and you need to forgive and release. On the 10th day of Christmas, my spirit said to me, try meditation, strive to be patient, know you're abundant, always be thankful, look on the bright side, God is everywhere. Pray every day, cast out fear, love everyone, and you need to forgive and release. On the 11th day of Christmas, my spirit said to me, help those who need it, try meditation, strive to be patient, know you're abundant, always be thankful, look on the bright side, God is everywhere. Pray every day, cast out fear, love everyone, and you need to forgive and release. On the 12th day of Christmas, my spirit said to me, do affirmations, help those who need to try meditation, strive to be patient, know you're abundant, always be thankful, look on the bright side, God is everywhere. Pray every day, cast out fear, love everyone, and you need to forgive and release.
That was fabulous. Whoops. It was fabulous.
Your mic's not up.
I'm on now, Lauren.
Okay.
I'm on. I love those words. Thank you for bringing that to us. So today we're all set, I think, to have our speakers. So please welcome Reverend Dr. Lori McMacken.
Thank you. Thank you, Reverend Kate. Wow. Let me tell you, I woke up this morning, I had the perfect, shirt that I was going to wear, a Christmas shirt. I was all ready to go. I didn't know I had a big spot on it. It needs to go to the dry cleaner, But I come here early to set up, and I couldn't get this rolling. That's okay, I don't need to do it. I tried my PowerPoint, and I couldn't get that rolling. And the Spirit was just playing games with me, and I was okay. I was like, you know what? I can do this. I don't need PowerPoint or notes or anything like that. I know my talk. I mainly have PowerPoint up here because those are my notes. But I think I have them right here too, so I can see them. Here we go. Yeah, so what you're looking at is what I'm looking at, because those are my talk notes. I think in pictures. And I just want to welcome Reverend Dr. Giesla. For your great loss and for our great loss, your husband, Dr. Sandra. I just loved him as a teacher, so welcome. So today I'm going to talk about, I want to talk about Joy to the World. That's what I was going to name it, because, we're really celebrating the Christ. And not, on the outside. We are celebrating the Christ on the outside with the Christmas tree and the lights and the presents and all the Christmas festivities, but it's more about gathering that Christ within and taking that with us throughout the whole year. So I want to talk about the art of living in joy, because it's that joy that we take with us throughout the whole year. It's not the external joy, it's the internal joy. And when I talk about art, I feel like I have every right, because I know what it takes to be an artist, because I was a professional dancer for 20 years, and it takes a lot of work, a lot of hard work. When you don't feel like it, you have to rehearse, you have to practice, you have to get out there and do what it takes to become a professional. But, there's only one problem with that, and let me tell you what that is. Well, first of all, I wanted to say that in order to be an artist or anything skilled, that you have to practice the 10,000-hour rule, asserting that the key to achieving true expertise in any skills is simply a matter of practice. So whether we're practicing to be a professional dancer or a musician or a speaker or anything in the world, we have to practice. And mainly if we want to practice the art of living in joy, we have to practice. But it's not an exterior practice, it's an interior practice. And so I learned something very valuable, because I knew as a professional dancer that I had a shelf life. If anything happened to me, if I hurt my legs and I couldn't dance anymore, the joy is going to be ripped right out from under me, right? That's the shelf life. I know as, if someone likes to run, you get that running high, that if anything happens to their legs, their joy is ripped out from under them. There's so many things that you can do in your life, and you love it, and you enjoy it, but if something happens and you can't do that anymore, you no longer have your joy. And so if I was speaking to you 10 years ago about the art of living in joy, what I would say is different from today. What I would say is pick something that you really, really love to do, and hone your skills and practice it. Practice the 10,000-hour rule and hyper-focus on it and allow that flow state, the flow state we talk about, that joy to flow through you, and then you will be living a life filled with joy. It's the art of living in joy. But there is something wrong with that. Because what happens when you no longer have your joy? What happens when you lose your career, or you get sick or ill, or something from the material world makes a change in your life, and you lose your joy? How do you keep your joy? Because we need to practice the art of living in joy from the inner world, not from the outer world, from the world that is changeless. because we practice the art of living in joy from the external. Well, I'm going to be happy and joyful that's when I get my degree, when I get my husband, when I get my home, when I get my millions. But you know what? They don't last, right? They don't last. And so the true art of living in joy is to cultivate an inner joy and to practice that on a regular basis. And so because of the age here, in my age too, because I'm different from I was 10 years ago, we've all manifested everything we wanted in life already, right? So now we're really here to do the tough work, to do the hard work, to manifest that inner joy. And no matter what happens in our world, we will continue to focus on the divine, to focus on that Christ consciousness in our life. So one way we can start is just by practicing with an affirmation. Eternal joy is flowing through me now. Say that with me. Eternal joy is flowing through me now. And close your eyes and say it. Eternal joy is flowing through me now. So now you're on your way to being the artist of focusing on the inner world. And no matter what happens in the exterior world, you're still going to be joyful. Well, if my PowerPoint doesn't work, okay, I'm still going to be joyful. I can't wear the shirt I wanted to wear. Doesn't matter. I'm still going to be joyful. I'm not going to let outside circumstances determine whether I'm going to be happy or not, because that is a choice. We have a choice whether we want to be happy or we don't want to be happy. We can't make anyone else happy. You can't make unhappy happy. That's their job. Your job is to make yourself happy at all times. Matter of fact, Ellen Cook is here, and I went to go see the theater Annie, and her granddaughter was in the show. And it was really great, and all her family and friends were out in the lobby afterwards and congratulated her, and it was her big debut. And there was a girl who was part of the family or friends who was a dancer. She was 12 years old, and someone said, Lori was a rockette. And so her and I started to have a conversation. And the grandmother came up and said, isn't that a terrible life? Wasn't that really hard? Like all these negative things about my career that I loved so much, And I was like, well, when you love what you do, nothing's really hard, And so when we love God and we love Spirit, we can practice the presence of God every single day in our life and make it a habit. So yesterday I was clever and I wanted to change the world. And today I was wise, so I'm changing myself. Yeah, I learned that the hard way. So what happened when I retired at the age of 42 as a professional dancer, I didn't know really what I was going to do, and so I decided to go back to church because I've always liked church. And I never really could go. I worked on Sundays, and I went to a religious science church. And you religious science people are weird. I'm thinking to myself, you're telling me we're all one. I'm right here and you're right there. We're all connected. We're one. I didn't get it. You're telling me there's a guy in this guy, that old guy, this guy with a beard. I know my God is like a hot young Santa. So I didn't really understand it, but the more I went there, it felt good. That was the whole thing. It felt good. So the more I went there, the more it pulled and tugged at me until I took all the classes, and I was with Dr. Mark Vera. He was my mentor, my teacher, and by the time I got into Prac 1, he said, okay, now you have to meditate. Really? Yeah, now you have to meditate. Every day he would tell us, learn how to meditate, learn how to meditate, learn how to meditate. I'm like, I can't meditate. My mind is a monkey mind. It goes everywhere. I have ADD, but it's hard to do. So I decided I'm going to learn how to meditate. So day 1, I did the affirmation for 1 minute, meditate in silence for 1 minute. Day 2, affirmation for 1 minute, meditate in silence for 2 minutes. I worked myself up to 40 minutes. So I was meditating, and I was actually craving it by the time I got done. But it was a discipline, and it was a practice, and that's how you make it an art, I guess, right? The thing is, on day 35, something happened. All of a sudden, I had this overwhelming feeling of joy. And I was like, oh my God. And I was joyful, and I was giddy, and I was happy. It's almost like I had this experience of a God flow moving through me. And thing, but something else happened too. What happened is like my intuitive powers opened up a little bit on me. And this veil that was covering my life that I kind of knew, but I didn't really want to admit, was revealed, that I was living this life filled with lies, betrayal, and deceit. And I was completely devastated. And so I knew I had to get out of my situation. I was living in Burbank, California, and the next thing you know, I landed in Carlsbad, California. Like, I've never been here before. And this was the most beautiful place I'd ever seen. But I was a wounded child when I arrived here, because I think the universe was calling me into something bigger and better than the life that I was living and the people that I was around. And every day I would go to Carlsbad Beach. It was beautiful. I'd be grateful that I landed there. And I was crying. I was lamenting. I was living a life like a victim, like, why me and how did this happen to me? And one day I reached down and I picked up a rock. And it was a heart rock, and I was like, oh, look at a heart rock. This must be a sign that I'm on the right path. This must be a sign. And I think that anything from the outside world was going to help me in that moment, because I kept on lamenting, and I was in a really deep, dark place. It might have been a dark night of the soul. So I found a heart rock, and as I walked along, I found another one, and I found another one. And then I had a bunch of heart rocks. I couldn't believe it. It was giving me so much joy. And then I called my mother and I told her I have these heart rocks. She's like, oh my God, I want some too. I was like, oh, the only joy that I have in my life, and my mother wants it. So at the time I was really codependent. But I thought, you know what? I thought about, I am going into prac 2. I know the truth about spirit, that the spirit is abundant. There's hundreds of thousands of heart rocks on the beach. Tomorrow I'm looking for heart rocks. And whatever I gather, I'll give to my mother. So the next day I went to the beach and I gathered many heart rocks. I had a bunch of heart rocks and I gave them to my mother, and she was so happy. And after that, it was such a joy for me to give my mother heart rocks on a regular basis. I'm gonna cry. So she, because she had passed away in 2021, but she had like a little bucket, and all the heart rocks came flowing out of it. It was really cute. So during this dark night of the soul that I was going through, I realized that I had to do something very, very important, and I believe that was day 2, that you need to forgive and release. Oh, geez, that was day 1. The 12 days of Christmas. You know, I didn't know how to forgive. I had no idea how to, but I was definitely willing. I stood in that willingness to forgive. Because if we don't forgive, we hold that in our body, that resentment within our soul, and we can't be that joy in our lives or in the lives of other people. I didn't know how I was going to forgive. I wasn't even ready to forgive. But I gave myself that time. Like, it's okay if I'm not ready to forgive, but as long as I'm willing to forgive. And you know, in this practice, we have teachers, and we have books, and we have workshops, and somewhere along the way, I was able to release what needed to be released in my life, and forgive, and have really good relationships with people in the past that will no longer be in my life, but I love them just as I did beforehand. And I was laying there in bed. Gosh, I've never done this. You ever woke up in the morning and couldn't get out of bed? Because you were so depressed? I swear I've never, ever experienced that. I'm one of those happy people in the morning. So that's exactly what happened. I couldn't get out of bed. I was suffering. I'm staring at the ceiling going, okay, am I okay right now? Am I okay? Yeah, I'm okay. Nothing's happening to me. All right. And so then I'm like, I got to get on the plane to go see my father, and I can't get on the plane. I just can't get on that plane. I need a God shot right now. I went and grabbed a book and opened it up, and it said, well, all suffering is due to attachment. Well, what am I attached to? I couldn't figure it out. I thought about it. I'm like, oh, I'm attached to my story. Okay, I'm going to give up my story. So I gave up my story, and I can't give up my story. I'm right and they're wrong. There's no way. I know I was right, you know, and I tried to give it up again. Oh my God, I can't give up my story. I'm right and they're wrong. And I'm hearing Dr. Mark. He's at the pulpit every single week saying the same darn thing. Do you want to be happy, or do you want to be right? That's what he would say. Do you want to be happy, or do you want to be right? He would say, I want both. I want to be happy and I want to be right. But I knew I had to choose one or the other. And that's, being that victim and moving through the victim mentality of the blame and the shame and regret, and knowing that whatever you're going through at the time is always good for the future. It's always good for your future experience to make you grow and expand in the presence of God. And so Thich Nhat Hanh, the Vietnamese Buddhist teacher and peace activist, said, "A lotus never grows without mud. We cannot plant a lotus on marble. We just as the mud plays a very vital role in bringing out the lotus, suffering plays a vital role in bringing understanding and compassion." And my friends, that's what happened to me. My heart really opened, and I don't think it was really that open. Life has always been kind of really good for me, and I really needed to open my heart. So I have a different point of view on life and a more open heart because of that situation that happened to me. And so together we say, eternal joy is flowing through me now. Eternal joy is flowing through me now. And it's important that we take this as a very serious spiritual practice. And when you have moments during the day, you have down moments, you're waiting in line at Costco's, or you're at the post office, or whatever you're doing, it's just taking that moment to breathe. Eternal joy is moving through me now, and really embodying the presence of internal joy, because the external world is not going to give you that joy on a regular basis, because life is changing, and that's a guarantee. So once upon a time there was a king in a far-off kingdom, and he gathered all his wise men together to have a talk with them. He said, "Now listen, I want you to come up with a phrase or a mantra or something, so that if I ever get in trouble and you're not around to advise me, that I could read that mantra and I could help myself, I could save myself." And so all the wise men gathered together, and the oldest of them came up with something. And so they went to the king and they gave him a piece of paper, and they said, "Please don't be curious and open it up and read it now. Fold it up and put it somewhere so that if you are in that position, you will be able to use this phrase, this mantra." So he folded it up and he decided to put it underneath his diamond ring. Well, the kingdom next door decided to take them over, and they came over to have war. And the king and his soldiers fought back furiously. However, they lost. And the king got on his horse and he ran away because he knew they were going to come to try to kill him. And he could hear the horsemen behind him, and all of a sudden he came to a screeching halt at the edge of a cliff. And he looked down and he realized that this was the moment he was going to fall to his death. And he could hear the horsemen still behind him, and then he saw his ring sparkle in the sun, and he pulled out the piece of paper and he read it, and it said, "This too shall pass." This too shall pass. He thought, wow, I never knew that there was such a beautiful place in my kingdom with this amazing view. And he heard the horsemen again, but he heard them over on the west side of the mountain. They turned in another direction. And so this gave him that brave feeling to go back and gather his people together and fight for his kingdom. And that's exactly what he did. And he got his kingdom back. And they rejoiced, and they sang, and they danced, and they did everything. And he was like, "See, I am a great king, and I am a great warrior, and no one can take me over." And all of a sudden his ego got bigger and bigger and bigger. And the light shined on his ring, and he took out that phrase again, and it said, "This too shall pass." And he realized in great wisdom, I'm not my victories, I'm not my defeats. I am none of that. I am the witness of all of that. You are just the witness of change. Experience it, understand it, enjoy the present moment right here and right now. It's kind of sad in a way, isn't it? To realize that we are just the witness, and life is always changing. My girlfriend called me up and she said, her father's been dying for 7 years, and she has to drive to his place at 3 hours every week and make his food and take care of him and then come back home and work. And she said, my 2 best friends right now are dying of cancer, and my roommate's husband is dying right now. And she said, and I'm getting older, and I don't have any kids by choice, and I don't have a lot of money, and I don't know what I'm going to do with myself. She's really at a loss. What am I going to do, Lori? And I've been friends with her for 30 years, so I know how she operates. So I'm like, well, Charlou, how's it gone for you in the past? Has everything always worked out for you? Oh yeah, it's amazing how everything worked out for me. Well, there you go. That's what's going to happen in the future. You know, it's that divine knowing that everything is always going to work out for me no matter what. Together we say, eternal joy is flowing through me now. In his book, Man's Search for a Meaning, Viktor E. Frankl narrated his experiences as a prisoner in a Nazi concentration camp during World War II. You can take away my wife, you can take away my children, you can strip me of my clothes and my freedom. But there's one thing no person can ever take away from me, and that is my freedom to choose how I will react to what happens to me. That is one thing that you will always have, the freedom of choice. Cultivating that Christ consciousness within and taking that with you wherever you go is truly your power. Together we say, eternal joy is flowing through me now. You guys are good at practicing. You're on your way to mastering the art of living in joy. So learn to secretly be happy within your own heart in spite of all circumstances. And say to yourself, joy is my greatest divine birthright. The buried treasure of my soul, you will find you are secretly rich beyond the dreams of kings. Joy is your secret birthright. And together we say, eternal joy is flowing through me now. All right, I'm going back to the beach for a minute. So you guys might know this man. His name is Larry Martin. And on top of the beach, we know in Carlsbad, you walk on the bottom and you have that top part, right around Tamarack. There's a man, I haven't seen him since the pandemic, but his name is Larry Martin. And what he does is he makes these cairns, and they have the heart rocks, right? And he has a truck with a camper on the back, and he has cats. You know, and he has his cats on the wall, you know what I'm talking about? And he has leashes on them. And he's just really a beautiful soul. I just love this man. I looked him up on the internet. He's done a lot of paintings, jazz artist paintings, and he sells them. But so he lives in this crazy camper with his cats. And when I used to go 24-hour fitness, and I would see his camper there, so I know that's probably where he showered, because I believe he's kind of a homeless man, but he's just totally filled with grace. And here's one of his pictures, and it says, the wise, kind spirit that sees all and understands all. It believes in us even when we don't believe in ourselves. It embraces our journey and has the highest hopes for us. It shares our sufferings and inspires us to endure. Arise and move forward. It is humble, patient, and gentle. So there's one picture that he has, and I adore this picture. It just speaks to my soul. And I blew it up like this. I took it over to Kinko's and I had to make it big, and I put it next to my meditation pillow. And it just reminds me, if I would think of the art of living in joy, I would look at this picture, because you have that heart right there, and it's balanced perfectly on that rock, and the ocean is, is flowing, and the current is heavy, and the waves are splashing, but that heart rock is stable, and it's sturdy, and it's strong. And so no matter what's going on in my life, when I sit in that peace and I commune with the power and the presence of God, it is that joy, that flow of God that moves through me. And together we say, eternal joy is flowing through me now. So during this time of Christmas season, remember joy to the world. Remember that when thy eyes single, the whole body is filled with light. And just enjoy your holiday and continue to practice the presence of God in your life and the art of living in joy. And so it is.
Thank you, Reverend Dr. Lori. That was wonderful.
Thank you.
think we should sing Joy to the World. Wouldn't you
Yeah.
think? That was a rhetorical question. Okay, let's all sing Joy to the World. Here we go. Jeremiah was a bullfrog. He was a good friend of mine. I never understood a single word he said, but he always was peace of mind. And we always had a ribbon turning. Joy to the world. All the boys and girls. Joy to the people everywhere you see. Joy to you and me. If I were the king of the world, I'd tell you what I'd do. I'd go where the misery and pain and world, and talk about the joy in the avenue. Sing it now. Joy to the world. All the boys and girls. Joy to the people everywhere you see. Joy to you and me. If I were the king of the world, I'd tell you what I'd do. I'd go where the misery and talk about the joy in me and you. Joy to the world. All the boys and girls. Joy to the people everywhere you see. Joy to you and me. Joy to the world. All the boys and girls. Joy to the people everywhere you see. Joy to you and me. Joy to the people everywhere you see. Joy to you and me.
I had to turn off my mic because I wanted to sing, and I don't think you wanted to hear me sing. Thank you so
Some of
much.
us are singers, some of us are dancers.
That's right. I'll just stick to what I do good. How's that?
You don't want to see me dance either.
That was a great song. I love that song. Yeah. So today, right now, is the time for our conscious giving. You know, and giving is part of really loving life and loving God and loving all the people around us. So I invite you to take out your gift and let's just put it on our heart and just recognizing that this is a generous community and the power and the presence of God lives and moves and has its being through each and every person here. I know that doors of abundance is always opening to each and every individual here, and also to CSL Carlsbad as a collective. I know that this sacred community is divinely blessed, perfect and complete in every single way, and I just give great gratitude for your blessings, and so it is. So I invite
Sing, I am so blessed with us. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed.
Before I do our healing prayer, I just want to say that today is Larry and Elaine's 37 or 57th anniversary. They're not here today because Elaine had a little fall and she had to go to the hospital. But Larry really takes care of her, and we just really adore them and love them. I think it was 7 years ago that Reverend Maddie, you reinstated their vows at their house. And, you know, I have a couple pictures on my phone of them. I just want to share this with you. They're so cute. And I bought a cake, and I was gonna, you know, and at Costco's, the cake called me and said that they weren't gonna be here, so I called and canceled it. But we were gonna celebrate them today, so we will celebrate them in our hearts, and we'll also pray for them. I mean, he's such an amazing husband to her. I mean, he's really the only caretaker that she has, and he is there for her 24/7. So right now I'd like to do a healing prayer, a circle of love prayer that I used to do at Seaside. And I'm going to ask you if you have someone in your life that needs prayer, just raise your hand and tell me their name, and I'll just do the little chime. We'll put it into the circle of love that we are creating here in this room. And first of all, I think I just want to add Larry and Elaine, right? Is anyone? Yes. Faye. Right? Nancy.
Linda.
Kevin and Kelly. Francine. Reef. Susan. Marilyn. Deb.
Children.
Charlotte. Anyone else? Yeah. Who's that mean? Me.
And friend.
Jan and a friend. Okay.
Me too.
Gisela. Oh yes, definitely Gisela. And if anyone needs prayer, personal prayer, remember that we are here after the service to pray with you. So I invite you to close your eyes and to go within as I recognize this loving essence that we call God, that we call good, that we call grace, that we call eternal. And knowing that this presence, the power of God is always creating through itself as itself, is always hearing our deepest desires. And I know that I am one with this presence. I am one with the life of God, with the love of God. I am that divine creation of spirit. As I know this is my truth, I know this is the truth for each and every person here. Perfect, whole, complete, one with the power and the presence of God. And how loving that we came together as one to put all these people in our circle of love. And as Ernest Holmes would quote and say, the circle of love is complete. It binds all together with bounds of everlasting love. It cannot be destroyed. And I just am so grateful for this divine love that is continuing in this circle, this consciousness of wholeness and beauty and perfection. I know those who are looking for a spiritual healing, for they are complete in every single way. I know those who are looking for a physical healing, that they are whole in the eyes of God. I know those who are looking for a relationship healing, that there is a divine love and peace and harmony that is moving through their lives. I know those who are looking for an abundance of financial healing, that doors of opportunities continue to open up in their lives. And I am grateful for this. I'm grateful for the healing that's already done in the mind of God and the lives of those that we have focused on. And I'm grateful for the healing with anyone else here has someone in your life that you have in your mind that you did not put into that circle of love. I invite you right now to put them into that circle of love, for they are in that essence of wholeness and divine light. And I am grateful for this sacred divine community as I release my word into the law of mind, knowing that it is good, it is done, and it is already healed. And so it is.
So it is. And everyone join with us. Open your hearts.
Open your hearts, let your love flow free.